It's almost Saturday night. Saturday night. Is it Saturday night?
It is Saturday night.
It is Saturday night. Woohoo!
Joshua's in the room.
We made it through another week. Joshua, good evening. Hope you had a good week. It was a decent week for us, I guess, in some ways. In other ways, it wasn't so hot. But, I started a project that I should have started in the spring or in the summer or even in the early fall. But to wait until almost mid-November, a little bit dumb on my part, but it's almost done, and I am talking about an extension off of the roof directly in back of my patio back door. Last year there was so much snow and ice built up from it sliding off the roof that we had close to 2 feet or more of just ice that was built up around the door. It took forever to get it out. So this year I was determined not to have that same problem, at least in front of the door. So
Janice is here.
hi, Janice.
Natalie saying hi on her last break.
Break from work. Awesome. Hi, Natalie. I'm glad you could stop in. Good evening, Janice. I hope you've had a good week. I'm excited about tonight. Some homemade fettuccine, Alfredo, chicken Alfredo. Gonna spice it up a notch. And got some, I didn't get them pulled up.
Olivia Rose.
Hey! Hi, Olivia. Hi, Arthur. I imagine you're watching as well. Good evening. Glad you're here. So I gotta grab my carrots because I'm gonna make some glazed carrots, and I kind of forgot about that. So let me pop in here. Grab this bag of carrots. Okay.
Joshua says it was a good week other than the hurricane passed through on Wednesday.
Oh, wow. Did it cause any damage or anything? Or, I mean, at least as far as you folks? Glad that you made it safely. Glad that you have power. I know a lot of times after storms like that, out goes the power. All right, so there's some carrots. I think I'm good. Miguel, good evening. Okay, as I always ask, what is everybody else having for dinner?
Nate, sir.
Nate. Hey, buddy. This is your dinner request, my friend, and I'm excited because I really love Alfredo and chicken Alfredo. Geez, what's not to like? Unless you don't like cheese or chicken, that's a distinct possibility. Okay, enough farting around. I'm going to get started with making the pasta. Otherwise, I'm not going to have time to let it set. But right after I get it mixed up, I'm going to get my cobbler going. Don't want to mess around and not get my cobbler done either.
Olivia said yes, they're both there.
Awesome. I kind of expected as much. That's awesome. All right. Little pasta action here.
Joshua says no, everything was okay, just high winds, didn't lose power, a few small branches in the yard.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. That's good. Glad to hear that everything is all right. But I still want to know what you're having for dinner. Same with everybody else.
Olivia just ate a hot dog sandwich and crinkle fries.
Nice.
Joshua's having chili.
Nice. Nice. Chili dinner. All right. Oh, and by the way, I am not ignoring Brother Doug. It's just he's not watching. He called me a little earlier, and apparently the remote control for his TV decided to no longer work, and with the TVs nowadays, you can't even really turn them on without a remote. So anyway, that's a bit dry. I'm gonna grab another eggie. It's been like I said, a good week. I got the little extension built off our back patio, so now hopefully, or roof extension, so hopefully now there will be no more giant icebergs directly out my back door.
Miguel's having bush and oyster crackers and cheese stick.
Okay.
And Nate said that they had pizza.
Ah, nice. Pizza, pizza. Was it Little Caesars? Alright. Let's get this mixed up. Needed another egg. Feels better now. That's much better. Pasta time. Alright. So, like I said, I'm going to get this mixed up real quick, right? Get it wrapped, and then move directly on to the peach cobbler. Cobbler. All right. That's okay. Let's put it there for a minute.
Nate said, wild guess? Yep, it was.
What was a wild guess?
Little Caesar's Pizza.
Oh. And what was it?
Yep, it was. He said, yep, it was.
That's amazing. Pizza, pizza. All right. Get my mitts cleaned off, and we'll get on to the peach cobbler. All right. Get my burner. Get the fire started. Got a cup and a half or so. Just some frozen peaches. And I'm gonna kind of just cook these down. I got a little bit of water and a little bit of cornstarch and some brown sugar. Okay. And I'm just gonna dissolve that in and just kind of cook this down for a little while. Let the peaches kind of cook a little bit. Wait till this kind of turns a little syrupy. Alright, so I'll give that a turn down the heat. I don't want it blazing hot. We're going to keep an eye on that and let it slowly do its thing. And in the meantime, I'll get the topping part taken care of here. I've got a little flour, a little sugar, just a touch of baking powder, a little bit of cinnamon, and about a tablespoon or two of melted butter. Looks like it's kind of cooled down a little bit. Let me give that just a quick little nuke here. Kind of melt that butter back down. Woohoo! I'm sure that's plenty. There we go. Alright. I'm just going to kind of mix this up, and when the time comes, I'll crumble it on the top. Okay. And this, like I said, this is just a small batch for, 2 people roughly. You might squeeze a third portion out if you or more. Depends on how much you like. Alright.
Eli, sorry I'm late. Had to go to my stream beer.
Hey,
To get my
Eli.
Stream beer.
That's okay. You know, never too late. I just got my pizza dough, pasta dough made. It's sitting over there doing its thing. And got my peaches over here going for the cabla. Got that kind of streusel, whatever you want to call it, that I'm going to sprinkle on the top. And the fettuccine Alfredo and Nate. I hope you aren't disappointed, but I gave my, and I'm not going to show you yet, but I gave this particular form of heat a lot of thought before I decided that I was going to use it, and I did look online at other variations, because you can find spicy chicken Alfredo recipes. Some of them call for like using spicy cheeses instead of the Parmesan, so that really didn't say Alfredo to me when you're using other cheeses like that. They weren't all that way, but some of them were just went so far beyond what is a Alfredo that it's just, it's like, so anyway, that's why I chose what I did, and you'll see here in a bit.
Eli said he has a Galactic IPA 7.5%.
Ooh.
Strange and Trippy's here. Hello, sir. How are you
Hey,
tonight?
Strange and Trippy. Good evening from, I guess you're up north, right? Is that right? Up in Canada. And welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. I do believe this is the first time that you're here. So thank you very much for popping in. Let me tell you real quick what this live stream is all about. I have a lot of really nice regular viewers, and they request or make suggestions for dinner, what I end up cooking here on the live stream. And it got to the point where we got so many that I put them on my little spinning wheel here. And so what happens is I spin the wheel, and whatever dish it is, and whoever it was that suggested it, gets notice, and it gets done 2 weeks later. I'm always running a week behind on stuff, so anyway, that's kind of how it works here. And right now I have got some peaches going for peach cobbler. And I made some pasta dough that's resting over there, and I'm just kind of chilling out. I always ask folks what they had for dinner or are having.
T-Bird's here.
T-Bird! Hey buddy, how are you? It sure is getting cold up here on this side of the state. Now, I know you guys haven't had any snow yet, I don't think, have you? But we had about, 5 inches, just so guys?
Yep, something like that. Pretty close.
A couple days ago.
Natalie says, what do you have to break before you can use it?
What do I have to break? Well, I'm just gonna say what and not say what I was just thinking. Go ahead.
An egg.
What, an egg? Yeah.
Eli says, I'm trying to work out a deep fried buffalo mac and cheese bites recipe.
Deep fried buffalo mac and cheese bites?
Yep.
One suggestion I could make for you, Eli, is to if you can make them make them and make a batch of your mac and cheese and get it your flavor and everything. Put it in the freezer and let it freeze most of the way so you can still work with it. And scoop you out some balls, yeah, however big. Get you a little ice cream scoop, little 1 ounce ice cream scoop, and scoop it up, roll it into a ball, pop it back in the freezer and let it freeze all the way. Then do your classic breading after that. You know, it'd be kind of like making potato croquettes, only with with mac and cheese. That would probably work.
T-Bird said that he just walked in from the store or Walmart. Just had a trace of snow the other day. Cold though.
Yeah, it's been pretty cold on this side too. I got like 13 last night.
Yep.
Really?
Eli says we were in the 50s the other day. That's kind of like snow, right?
For you guys, it is.
He says that he'll try that.
Yeah, try that. Cherry 7-Up tonight. All right. I'm gonna put these eggs away since I've used what I need. Well, I tell you, a few months ago, about 2 months ago or so, one of the shelves on our refrigerator on the door broke, which is unfortunate because the door is and the shelves on there are meant to hold like gallons of milk and things like that. So I had to call this company that deals with Samsung parts. You can't order them from Samsung. You have to go to this other company. And so I ended up paying $10 in shipping more than the item cost. It was like $50 for the new shelf, but it was $60-some to ship it. The reason for that is, guess what? They had to ship it from China or no,
Korea.
no, not Korea. Taiwan, maybe. So I'm a little aggravated. It's still not here, and I've ordered it almost 2 months ago.
Yeah. Eli says he loves Cherry 7-Up.
Yeah, it's okay. It reminds me of the Shirley Temples I used to get when I was a kid. You know, 7-Up and maraschino cherry juice. That's what they should have used when they made Cherry 7-Up. Like that stuff. A Shirley Temple. Alright. Mine's starting to thicken up a little bit. Like I said, this has got to cook down, thicken up, and reduce just a little bit. So
T-Bird said that he'll be out of chat for a bit. He's got to put groceries away.
that's okay, buddy. I understand. We'll still be here. At least I hope so. Alright, so yes, the bears are finally hibernating. Boy, we had a heck of a fall with the bears this year. The worst since we've been up here.
Yeah.
Actually having them come in our yard, and one got up in a very thin, very tall apple tree, and he just snapped the whole the whole top of it off, and busted through one of our screen windows on our little patio area, and kind of came in, but the dogs at our door chased him off. Knocking over trash cans.
Yeah. They had said that it was only the second time that they've been that bad here in town.
Yeah, it's pretty
A
uncommon.
lot of years.
Pretty uncommon, so it just goes to show you what kind of how dry it's been here. Normally there's plenty enough like
Get over here.
natural food for them, like berries and whatnot. But because it's been so dry here, they ain't got really nothing to eat. All right, it's getting there. Can you smell that yet, Mrs. Little Guy?
I do. Gil says, do you like a Roy Rogers?
Roy Rogers?
A Roy
Rogers.
Must be a drink.
A Roy Rogers. Yeah, I don't know. Don't think I've ever heard of a Roy Rogers. It sounds like something you do to somebody.
Yeah, right.
I'm gonna do the old Roy Rogers to this guy. Maybe I'm wrong on that. All right, that looks good. Last little bit here. Toss in about a half a teaspoon of lemon juice. A little bit of butter. Bam. All right. I'm just gonna melt that in, and I'll pour it into my baking dish. Step 1 is almost done.
Yay.
Or I guess step 2. I don't know what step it is. All right.
Eli says he's having a nice gourmet microwave burrito.
Ooh. Is it a burrito or is it one of those microwave chimichangas? Is it at least a decent brand of frozen burrito? They've got those one, what are they, El Churrios or something?
Yes.
Like 3 for $1. You unfold it and there's like two tablespoons, if you're lucky, of the filling.
Gil says that it's a cherry cola.
Ah.
A Roy Rogers.
Ah, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. Because then I guess the cherry Coke is a Roy Rogers. That's good. That's kind of cool. All right. So there's our peaches. Looking good so far, Mrs. Old Guy.
Yay. I'm ready for it.
Well, this ain't dinner.
Well, I know it.
All right, I'm gonna sprinkle this on the top here. I don't know. Can you see that? Okay, Mrs. Old Guy, or no?
Yeah.
Awesome.
On the table? Yep.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm gonna sprinkle this all over. What would it be like? Get dusted in some of this. Yeah, a little sugar, some flour, a little bit of cinnamon.
Eli said bean and green chili burrito, a whopping 99 cents.
Woo! That was one of the good ones.
Gil says a Roy Rogers is a non-alcoholic mixed drink made with cola and grenadine syrup.
Ah, grenadine. Ah, grenadine. That sounds like an old world female's name. Hark, my grenadine. All right, we got that in the oven. Let's set that timer for, I guess I'm going to check it in 25 minutes. Unless I smell it burning before that.
Please don't burn it.
Well, I'm going to try not to. Believe me, last thing I want to do is burn it. All right. Let's get some carrots at least peeled and ready to go. You have to practically be Hercules to open up these plastic bags anymore. I'm just kidding. You don't have to be Hercules. Arnold Schwarzenegger, maybe. All right. peel the carrots, and I'm just gonna cut them into some thin sticks, and they can sit and wait for me to kind of actually fire up all the food. One of the places that I worked at many years ago, of course, calamari was on the menu, and one of my buddies, Joe, thought it would be funny to sling a calamari tentacle at me, and he caught me pretty good, right across the face with it. And of course, it was a big laugh, and and I'm gonna get you one of those situations. Well, as it happened, just a few minutes later, the kitchen manager, the chef, he was skinning sides of salmon. Now, why he wasn't keeping the skin, I don't know, but he was skinning sides of salmon and tossing them in the trash. And my buddy Joe was standing, that far from the chef, talking to him about something, and the trash can was just behind Joe, out of his sight. And I walked up behind him, and I picked up one of those big slabs of salmon skin, and I got it on my hand like that, and I just right across the back of his neck, and it just folded absolutely beautifully right around his face. It covered his entire face. I gave him a good fish wrap, and that put an end to to him winging seafood at people. All right, you get these cut up here.
Eli says, I think I will so be making shotgun shells for Thanksgiving.
It sounds good. Shotgun shells do sound good. I did check it out one day and it's like, yeah, that would be tasty. Of course, you start baking, wrapping things, and
I said I once sent someone to the walk-in to look for a gallon of demoisturized water.
Demoisturized water. Nice. This one gal that I hired told me that she had experience baking. And so I was getting ready to make cheesecake, and I needed a dozen egg yolks. So I told her, to separate some eggs for me. A couple minutes later, she said, "Did you say you wanted these eggs de-yolked?" Oh, de-yolking an egg. I've just about heard it all.
Olivia says, salmon slap fish wrap. Oh no. Eli says, you ever been slapped with a fish? It hurts, LOL.
It does. Yeah. Well, it does, and it really just depends on the size of the fish.
John's here.
Hey, John. What's going? Cutting some veg, a little carrot to do some glazed carrots. And I'll get these going here in a little while. All right. Cut those in half. Beautimus. Let's get rid of the garbage. Did Janice ever tell us what she was having for dinner?
I don't think so. I didn't see her.
Janice, are you still there? What?
She is.
What are you and the Mr. having for dinner? Old guys like me want to know. Let's put those away. Okay. Good. Now where's that jar? think I can take a couple minutes here.
Eli says I'm the best egg de-yolker this side of the Mississippi.
I've been de-yolking eggs ever since my pappy put me on his knee. What time have you got there, Miss Little Guy? Just so I can keep track.
5:30.
Oh, jeez, we got plenty of time. Other strange or funny occurrences. Let's see. There was this elderly couple that used to come in to get a slice of pizza at lunch. And one time they came in for evening dinner, and we were having prime rib special, so they ordered it. And my server says, hey, you know, I can't remember their name, but she says, Miss So-and-so wants to talk to you out there. So I go out, and she said, well, this tastes just like roast beef. And I really didn't know what to say. You know, it's prime rib. It's roast beef. But what she meant was, how do I explain this? I guess every other place she had ever got prime rib, they had put that little, you know, dollop of au jus on the top, and you know that's really what gives it the flavor, you know. And I didn't do it that way. I served it in a little ramekin on the side. She didn't know what it was, so. But I just thought it was funny. This tastes like roast beef. I'm sorry. I had the same thing happen with tuna. This was, I don't know who this gal was. She stopped in for lunch, ordered a tuna salad. I made tuna salad differently. I would cook up the tuna fresh. You know, the tuna itself wasn't fresh. It was these little packs of frozen tuna. But I would thought, you know, I would cook that up and make an individual tuna salad for each person, you know, for each order. It didn't take long. Anyway, server says, oh, this lady wants to talk to you. This tuna fish, this sandwich tastes like, this tuna tastes like fish. I really didn't know what to say. I'd never, I mean, this tuna tastes like fish. Of course it tastes like fish. But what it was just, she had always had nothing but canned tuna, and she just wasn't ready for tuna that was made at least semi-fresh, or cooked semi-fresh.
Steve from Wyoming's here.
Steve from Wyoming, man. Hey, welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. Saturday nights I cook what people have requested. It kind of comes up by a lottery. What they request goes up on my wheel. I spin the wheel, and that's what I make. Tonight, and generally, I cook from scratch. That's just kind of how I roll. I do very little in the way of canned or processed anything, if I can help it. If I can make it, I will. And so tonight, fettuccine Alfredo. Spicy chicken fettuccine Alfredo. Got that rolling. I got some, I made some peach cobbler for our dessert. That's going in the oven right now. I've got the pasta dough over in a bowl there that's resting. I got that made a little bit ago. And right now I'm just kind of kicking it a little bit. You know, giving it a little time before I have to start, you know, really get into cooking stuff. So anyway, welcome. Say hi, guys.
Eli said, I love messing with people. I once convinced someone we had a state-of-the-art cold oven.
Nice. Oh, by the way, Steve, I'm Tom. You can call me Tom.
John says he's going to be going ghost hunting later.
Nice. Nice. Are you going back to the graveyard again, or is it a new location this time?
Peter said, wow, we paid $17 for a 10-pound bag of sugar.
Oh, I know. It's outrageous. Things have two prices. Expensive and outrageous. And that's about it.
John says he's having baked chicken with mashed potatoes and gravy and corn on the cob.
That sounds good. That sounds real good. Well, I'm using some boneless, skinless chicken thigh here. And I'm just going to cut these up into some strips.
Steve says, interesting. Sounds like fun. What we do on the show.
Yeah, that's what we do here. You know, so if you're a sub, please, and I hope you have, hit the sub button. And you're welcome to throw out a dinner request. Whether it's something we've already done or not, we'll still put it on the list, and it'll probably be a while before anything repeats. So feel free to make a dinner suggestion. You have to keep in mind though that if it requires stuff that things like let's say beef stew in a bread bowl. Well, I could certainly make the beef stew on the live stream on my 2-hour window, but making and raising and proofing bread and then baking it, probably not. So some of it, if I have to, I'll do it ahead of time. If I can do it all on the stream, I definitely do it that way. All right.
Steve says, I love to eat, but I don't cook. My wife is an excellent cook.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, I spent most of my career in kitchens. And, I don't claim to know it all. Because, I don't. That's okay. Because if I thought I knew it all, I'd never learn anything new, right? All right, so let me get this.
Eli says, I'm glad you went to a 2-hour stream.
Thank you, Eli. I'm glad that you guys, come and support old guy. I really appreciate it. I really do. Oh, I'm starting to smell that cobbler cooking. It smells really good. All right. I'm going to get a little bit of kosher on here. Come on. A little bit of kosher. Yep. And some black pepper. I'm just going to kind of swoosh it around a little bit. I didn't really want to take my gloves off, but I didn't want to grab my containers with chicken hands or to use the peeler, so I'll just use this to mix it up. And we'll let that sit for a few minutes while I prep other stuff.
Eli says, would the cobbler be a la mode?
I don't know, Mrs. Old Guy. I don't think we have any ice cream left, do we?
I think we're out.
No, we're out. But it's going to have fresh cream on it, if that counts.
Steve says, I'm subbed. Could you make someone in the chat to be a moderator? It makes it easier for someone to share links and for us to check out other channels.
Sure. Click on Janice. Janice, let me ask you first. Would you mind being a moderator for Old Guy's channel? Just let me know, and if so, Mrs. Old Guy will take care of that. Mrs. Old Guy's always been my moderator, so.
I think he's wanting to share links and stuff, but I'm not sure.
So I'll let I'll let people who know more about that than I do do that. All right, so I'm gonna take care of some Parmesan here. Kind of a pain in the butt, but I don't have a power grater like a food processor with a small enough grate on it, so we'll do her this way.
Steve says Mrs. Old Guy, LOL.
Yep, Mrs. Old Guy. There's that one day, what was it like? Wasn't Mrs. Old Guy, I forgot what it was. Something ridiculous. Okay. Yeah, Mrs. Old Guy. And one thing you'll find out when you see my cooking videos, I always pay homage to Mrs. Old Guy. And I keep this handle from a cast iron frying pan as a reminder why. Because that really hurt. So I leave it right there as a reminder to pay homages to her, so I don't get it again. You can't see them; they're just out of sight. But I got a whole bunch of cast iron right up here, and I'd rather have them remain up there, or at least not against my head. All right. Want at least 2 to 2.5 ounces of this Parmesan. So it's really better to weigh it because it's so hard to judge by volume, because even just a little bit fluffs up to make a whole, looks like a whole bunch. Almost there.
Steve says you're a smart man. And Eli says that Parmesan is making me want a Caesar salad. I love Caesar dressing.
Caesar salad is good. And that's really about the only salad dressing, or even the only time I really like anchovies. And you really can't taste them that much, and that's probably why I can eat it. All right. Get this little bit of a mess cleaned up.
John says that he would be honored to be one as well. You want?
Yeah.
Corey's,
Sure.
Corey's comedy channel's here.
I'm sorry, who?
Corey's comedy channel.
Corey! Woohoo!
I used to work in a secret cooking society, but they kicked me out for spilling the beans.
Oh! Did you have to clean them up? I had a cook throw a what do you call it? Cone cone strainer. When I asked him if he got any shell in his eggplant, he didn't like that at all. All right.
Janice says, sure, but I'm not here all the time. You can also make someone like Joshua, Eli, John, blah, blah, blah.
Yep. Yeah, I know that
also
you're.
Mrs. Old Guy, of course.
I know that you're. Yeah, and I don't know
I'm not sure how to do that.
how to do that either. You just moderate you can moderate people too, right? Click on their name and or whatever. It gives you options to do stuff. Does it not?
I don't see it. I can't click on anybody.
Well, we'll figure it out.
We'll get it figured out and do it.
Yes. This is something I would not very used to. How much time? 4 minutes. Smells amazing. No. I was tempted. I was going to open the oven and peek at it, but I know better. I shouldn't do it. weather settling in. I don't like the winter. Never have.
Little jams.
Winter. When I was a kid, I did. Who?
Little jams.
Little jams. Good evening.
That's what's going on.
Oh, hey man, making some making some spicy fettuccine Alfredo. Well, I will be directly. I just kind of been doing a little bit of prep. Made some pasta dough. I made cobbler for dessert. That's in the oven. And a peach cobbler. And got the chicken ready, and I just grated up some Parmesan cheese. Here shortly, well, I'll be kind of getting the rest of it rolling here.
Eli says one of my favorite smells is when making a dark roux.
Ah, yep. Dark roux, absolutely. For those of you that may not know what a roux is, it's butter and flour, and they kind of come in three different. If you just hurry up and do it, pull it out, that's a blonde, and then you do it a little bit more. I've heard it called amber, and then of course the dark. And it's just a matter of how long you keep it in that pan. You got to keep stirring it though. I've burned roux, I don't know how many times.
Corey says last night it was so cold I saw a dog chasing a rabbit and they were both ice skating.
I hope you've been doing well, Corey. Haven't now I don't know if it's just YouTube that I haven't been seeing a lot of videos from you lately, or if it's just the fact that because my notifications are really screwed up. Sometimes I don't get a notification for like 3 days on stuff. So, but I hope I haven't been missing a lot of content.
Scott's here. Hope you're doing well. I'm still at work delivering the mail and listening though, and we'll chat when I can.
Awesome, Scott. Hey, man, welcome. Just waiting for my last minute and 19 seconds to go by. I'm so anxious to pull this out. Miss Soul Guy, let me give you a couple of mitts. And see, she's going to put this outside where it's like 15. It's probably not that cold yet. It's in the 20s though, and it'll cool down just enough to where after dinner we can chug on down.
Corey said that he hasn't posted in a while. He's been taking a break. And Eli said, "Oh gee, I bet you were so disappointed that you didn't get to try Val's Hackery tacos?" Or
Oh yeah, no, I'm not disappointed. I haven't seen the video. I don't know if he has it out yet, but no, I'm not disappointed at all. None. I'm not a huge seafood fan anyway, so yeah. Saved by the buzzer. Beep. Saw another one down here. Beep. I hate that. Put my face down there and it just fogs up. Not my face, my glasses. Okay. Now let me show these folks. I don't know if you can see that. Can they see that? Can you see that? That.
Yep.
Oh, it smells delicious. Okay. This old guy. Here, I'll set it right here. And I'll let you take it from there. You got it okay?
Yep.
All right. Excellent. All right. Well, now I'm just going to start moving right along. Okay. I was hungry. You're going to need one more pan. Okay. Good to rock. Let's get this pasta out. Myself a little bit of flour here. Got to fill my bucket. It's amazing how quick a bucket of flour will disappear. All right. Well, that feels good. That's nice. This table barely works for this pasta maker. I don't dare put it on my beetle kill shelves, my countertops. There's no way. I won't do it. Okay. Last time I used this, it kind of gave me trouble. Now, hopefully that'll hold it still. It's a pretty narrow lip that I can clamp it to.
Yeah.
Old narrow lip, clamp it. All right. Maybe that wasn't funny. I didn't think it would be. All right, come on, get in there. Pasta. Does anybody else make their own homemade pasta? Egg and flour.
Steve wants to know what area of Colorado do we live?
We live on the western slope. We are about an hour and a half from Grand Junction. How about you, Steve? Whereabouts in Wyoming are you at? If we get if our babies wake up, we'll bring one out.
One wine and then right now.
Do we? Okay. So the puppies are going on 4 weeks. They're starting to eat food now. Of course, it's real soupy, watery stuff, but starting to eat now. So pretty soon they'll be weaned off of mommy. Should be ready for homes the week of Christmas. That's exciting. It's exciting for us, and it'll probably be exciting for some families too when that time comes. I think Mrs. Old Guy is going to fetch one. We'll wait and see. In the meantime, I'll just keep rolling this out. Might be a bit much for 2 people. We'll see. We'll see. Oh yeah, I love it when it just rolls out so nice like this. Beautiful. It's gonna be good pasta. No puppy?
Oh, yeah, they're all awake. Which
Yeah.
one haven't we showed? I don't remember.
Why don't you bring out the female with the patches on her eyes? Yeah, we'll bring one out. Here, meet you over here.
Polly's like, where are you going with that baby? Oh. Sorry.
It's okay. Oh, you are such a cute little thing. Trying. Can you see her okay?
Yeah, pretty good. It's kind of a little dark, but she's like, what are you doing?
She's got some beautiful color to her. Look at that face. Look at that face. Okay. Bye-bye, little girl.
Come on, Polly. Yeah.
Cute little thing. They're just getting old enough now to where they're staying awake longer and they're starting to play and they've got their legs under them. They're so fun to watch. Okay.
Steve lives in Sheridan, Wyoming,
Okay.
and John told Eli to check out his videos, and they're talking about that. And then Eli said, Steve, Wyoming seems like an outdoor lover's paradise.
I've had a lot of fun in Wyoming, both as a kid as an adult. When I was in the Scouts, we went to the Bridger Wilderness and spent a week and a half camping up there. And then as an adult, me and one of my buddies went up and camped out for 2 weeks in between Yellowstone and the Grand Tetons Park. You know, they're, for those of you that don't know, they're kind of like next to each other, sort of. So we spent a couple of weeks up there doing some backpacking and great time. Beautiful place.
Janice says the puppy's already bigger than Doodles.
Yeah, pretty much. Yep. One of Polly's pups from her last litter, he is what, 9 months old now?
Yep.
And he's already at 90 pounds. So my guess is he'll be bigger than Chumley, and Chumley's 135.
Yeah.
So they're not going to be small.
Eli said the two best things in the world is food and dogs.
Yes, sir. I want just a little more flour. A little more flour. All right. Let's cut some linguine. Come on.
Corey says a dog is cheaper than a wife. They already have fur coats. Just kidding.
Yep. Well, hey, take your wife and lock her in the trunk for an hour. And take your dog and lock him in the trunk for an hour. And after you open it up, see who's going to be the happy one to see you. Alright.
Steve said it was 3 degrees there this morning at 7.
3? Wow, yeah, that's pretty chilly. Didn't get that cold here last night. It came close.
Yeah.
Alright. Let's just kind of get these curled up. Cut this other half. And then I'll actually start doing some cooking. And for those of you that don't know, and you might be interested in like making your own pasta like I'm doing, these machines are not expensive. I mean, well, you can buy really expensive ones, but you can buy ones like this, $30, give or take a few. So if you're ever interested, you really ought to give it a try. It's actually kind of fun to make and better, you know.
Eli says, "Oh gee, I'm stealing that joke."
Awesome.
And Crazy Dad's here.
Jim, buddy, old buddy, how's it going, man? All right. I think it's just about time to start turning on the heat. All right, so let me see here. Turn some water on for the pasta. Let me turn it to seawater real quick. There we go.
Wild Man says hi.
Wild Man! man, I'll bet your favorite character on the Muppet Show was Wild Man, right? Isn't that what he was called? What was he called?
I don't remember. It's been too long.
All right, I'm gonna get these pans rocking. Let's see here. Okay, so a little bit of butter. Put this in first. I want this one going quickly.
Ink dweller animal. Ink dweller said animal.
Animal.
What's the name of that character on Muppets?
Oh, animal. Yes. Thank you.
And
Animal,
Ink dweller
yes.
is in the room.
I remember that. Who now?
Ink dweller.
Ink Dweller. Welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen. I do believe this is the first time you're here. Am I right, Mrs. Old
Yeah.
Guy? Welcome to Saturday night in Old Guy's Kitchen. I make requested dinners for those that watch. This dinner request, the spicy chicken Alfredo, comes from Nate over at Nate from the Crazy Dad Show. And so if you
Ink
have
dweller is Ed Raymond.
what's that?
Ink dweller is Ed Raymond.
Oh, Ink Dweller. Well, I'm so confused. Hey, Ed. That's my nephew, folks. Hey, nephew, good evening. Okay, Nate. So what I'm going to do for the heat on this, I've got just some red pepper flake. And what I'm going to do, okay, there's about 2 teaspoons of that's going to be hot. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get hot in this butter. Okay, then I'm just going to shut it off. And now it's going to have time to kind of pick up that heat. And set it aside, and I'll add that into the Alfredo when I'm ready for it.
Eli says, "Oh gee, there's this guy Martin Yan, and he can cook."
Oh, I know. I've seen him Yen cook. I watched a lot of his stuff. Look at that Yen. He sure can cook. All right. So these carrots are going to take about the most time. So I'll get them rocking here in a little bit. I'm going to use a combination of oil and some butter at the end on these. So just saute them up real quick. Get rid of a little bit of the excess. Okay. They can go like that for a few.
Nate said it looks good so far.
Got my honey here. This is actually overspun honey, so it's got a fair amount of wax in it too, beeswax. So I absolutely love it. It gives it a really nice texture, really pleasing on the mouth.
Steve asked what happened to Yan Ken.
Jeez, I don't know. Somebody Google it real quick. I don't know.
Nate says carrots are also one of his favorites, and Eli says loves me some carrots with brown sugar and black pepper.
Awesome. Yes. Okay. I'm going to. I get these done. Like I said, I'll throw in some butter. I'm going to toss in some of this honey, and I might, depending on how I feel and how things look, I might add just a little bit of cornstarch slurry just to thicken it enough to kind of cling to the carrot a little bit better.
Stanley Furrow is here, a new subscriber here from Late for Work. Love the content.
Awesome. And what was the name again?
Stanley Furrow.
Stanley. Well, welcome to Old Guy's Kitchen, and thank you very much for the sub. That's awesome. Yeah, Jason and Kim are super people. They really are. So what I do here on Saturday Night Live Stream is I cook the requested meal that comes from my viewers. And what happens is somebody will request, like you. My wife, Mrs. Old Guy, will write that request down. And at some point, that request will come up here onto this wheel. And I'm going to spin, and we will see whose meal comes up and what meal it was. So some people have like 2 or 3 or 4 different meals suggested. So that's another way to get your name up on there, is request a few. Now I will say there are some limits. You know, I mean, I'm not going to be doing like caviar and super expensive stuff. But if it's within reason, absolutely, I'll actually make it. I generally start and cook from scratch, so sometimes that even means making the cheese or other things. It just really depends on what the dinner is. So, all right. Come on, carrots. My Bugs Bunny food here. All right. I'm going to give them just a minute, then I'm going to get started on that chicken.
Stanley wants to know, have you done jalapeno poppers?
We did kind of, not just jalapeno poppers though. So go ahead and write it down. The last one we did that was similar to jalapeno poppers were buffalo turds. And that's one of those little smoky sausages and cream cheese and cheddar cheese inside of a jalapeno, and then that's wrapped with bacon and smoked smoked for a few hours. So I did not smoke them on. I do have a smoker, but I didn't smoke them. So now, since that isn't technically a dinner, that will be done in conjunction with something else that is a dinner, and that will be like an appetizer or the side to go with that particular dinner or whatever. But so that's how that's going to work. When it comes to desserts, a lot of them I can't do on the stream. Some I can. Things that can be like the peach cobbler that I did. That can be made and baked fairly quickly outside to cool. By the time I'm done with dinner, it'll be ready to serve. So things like that, pudding, souffles, what else, Mrs. Old Guy?
I'm not sure.
And things of that nature. So
Cupcakes maybe.
cupcakes, yeah, we could do cupcakes. So things that can be done fairly quickly are all fair game. All right. So we are I am so hungry. We normally eat about 2 hours earlier than we do on Saturday nights. So
Eli says, I once made habanero poppers, not for the faint of heart.
Yeah, I bet not.
And Lisa's here.
Hi, Lisa. Happy Saturday. I hope everything is well with you. I do. Let's see here now. I gotta get this one going.
Little Jen says, anyone a fan of the Boogeyman?
The Boogeyman? You mean the radio DJ? Heck yeah. All right. That pan's hot.
Stanley says, okay, sorry, I'll think about it and I'll come up with a dinner plan.
Oh yeah, no, hey.
We'll do the poppers.
We'll do the poppers. That's absolutely not a problem. We will do the poppers. It'll just be part of another dinner, that's all. So don't, no problems, no concerns. All right. Water's starting to get hot. Yeah. Okay. A little too much on the oil here. I'm just going to get rid of a little bit. Okay. That's better. Alright. I don't want this to cook too quickly. I don't want it to brown the bottom of the pan. So we're going to take that easy on there for a minute. A little more pepper and a little more salt. Alright, that looks good. Carrots look nice. Get a little water to put in there. Give that a flash steam. Probably do that a couple times. Woohoo! This is my favorite part. I'm gonna get down to the heart of it,
Eli says my favorite radio DJ is Art LeBeau.
Art LeBeau.
He was one who started the song requests and dedications on the radio.
Okay. Right on. Just a little bit higher.
Janice said you should try making Barrera tacos. Birria.
I've heard about those. I've never had one. That's a good idea. Even though I've not even actually, I've only heard about them. I haven't even seen I haven't watched a video. I guess I'll have to. I heard they're delicious. And I'm all about trying something new. And I'm all about delicious, so. Come on now, chicken, a little bit warmer. I don't want it to take forever. Come on. It's that time. This can go away.
Little Jams wants to know what your favorite meal is.
That's a really good question. I've tried to answer that before. I don't think I can give you a fair answer on that. I like a lot of different food, So to pick one that I just like above everything else, I don't know. I don't think I can do that. I mean, there's a lot of them, so.
Natalie's back.
I hope that's not a cheap cop-out. Hi, Natalie. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Just getting the chicken going here and the carrots.
Eli told Janice that making those tacos is an undertaking, has to stew for many hours, but it is so good.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I will do, what I have to beforehand, and try to, start the stream kind of like at that ending process where it all comes together and you get to eat.
Yep.
So I'll check it out.
She said that she's reviewed a few of them, and you'll have to start the meet before the live stream.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. That's okay. That's okay. And that's one of the things about doing, this cooking live on the stream. Is there are just some things that just take way too long, like a turkey. And by the way, we're probably not gonna have turkey. They just don't make them small enough for 4 people. So I think we decided we're gonna do a really nice roast beef. And I might even make some Yorkshire puddings to go with it. And I know that's not American food, but I like them, so. These carrots are almost done. Chicken's looking nice.
Corey's gotta run.
Corey, thank you for hanging out on Saturday night with old guy. I really appreciate it.
He says I'm busier than one armed drummer playing a solo.
Well, I appreciate you know, spending some time with old guy, and I'll look forward to seeing some new content, bud. Keep the joke, keep them laughing. All right. This chicken is pretty close. Not quite. The reason I don't want this pan all browned up is that's what's gonna make the Alfredo sauce. And I just don't want it all sticky and browned up, because that's not the flavor I want. Last time. Okay. Pull this off the heat. Put it back on the heat. Long enough for me to grab a knife. Okay.
Lisa said she's doing good.
Awesome. Bang.
John says this baked chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and corn on the cob is very delicious.
Oh yeah. Baked chicken is a good thing. You know, Mrs. Old Guy is not a stuffing fan. I like stuffing. Kind of funny. All right. Butter looks good. I don't want it to be hot anymore. Where's my... Gotta move the table just for a second. Ooh, get in this drawer so I can grab a spoon big enough to get in this jar. Where'd I put it? Right there. Can you see how white that is? That's raw honey with a fair amount of wax, beeswax in it. It's none of your beeswax. Well, it is my beeswax, as a matter of fact. All right.
Eli says a traditional way of making baracco is to light a big fire in a hole, and once you have coals, you put the pot in, cover it with a sheet of metal, and cover that with dirt, and then you dig it up 12 hours later.
Well, something tells me that it's probably not going to be cooked in the traditional way.
And then John asks, do mushrooms belong in dressing?
Do what belong in dressing?
Mushrooms?
Belong in like salad dressing?
Maybe a stuffing dressing?
Yeah. John, let me put it to you this way. If you like mushrooms in stuffing, then yes, absolutely it belongs. You know, there ain't no right or wrong with that. If you like it, then, you know, it's all good.
James O'Shaughnessy is here.
Okay.
James.
James, yep.
Natalie says, I made pizza casserole last
Hello,
night,
James. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
and she's having leftovers.
Ah, okay. Well, James, you're just in time to watch kind of the last end of this dinner come together. Here's the chicken for that chicken Alfredo. And now the fun part, let's make the Alfredo sauce. We've got some heavy cream. And I'm probably going to need about a cup and a half or so. Come on. Okay. Go. I'll call that good. All right. I need to let that kind of get hot, come to a little boil. I'm going to add just a little bit of garlic to this. Not a whole lot. About half a teaspoon of that crushed garlic.
James says it looks good.
So far, and it smells amazing. It really does. A little black pepper. Just a pinch of the kosher. Now I'm just going to leave that alone. It's going to reduce for a minute. Get hot, and I'm going to add cheese, and we're going to make the sauce. I'm also going to add that butter with these red pepper flakes. Should be really nice and spicy. Let's see. Oh yeah. Yep. That's going to have a nice heat to it. It's not going to be too much. All right, come on, heat. Guess it's not going to actually cook if I don't start to blaze a little bit. It's got to get hot. All right, time to throw something else away.
Natalie wants to know what's on the menu for next week.
Next week is, let me see if I can remember, Mrs. Old Guy. Next week.
One of my favorite sandwiches.
Ham sandwich? Oh yeah. Ham and cheese?
Cheesesteak.
Oh, cheesesteak sandwiches. Well, I know you like ham.
Yeah, I
Okay.
do like ham and cheese too.
So cheesesteak sandwiches next week. So that means I'll probably make the bread, and I'll probably get the steak and slice it up to do that with. So that sounds delicious. Love cheesesteak sandwiches.
Yep, and we should spin here pretty soon so we don't forget.
Okay, let's just do it right now. All right, let's see what's coming up week after next. And like I said, if it comes up to a blank one, I'll just spin it again. When the wheel goes empty, then I'll fill it again. Here we go. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Where did it go? Did you see where that went?
It went over here somewhere.
Okay. I got to respin. Oh, got to respin. One more time. Here we go. Chicken shells. Chicken and shells, I imagine. Sean. From
Yep.
Sean in the back.
Yep.
Okay. So now this one gets erased. And now we know what's coming up week after next. Yeah, it's starting to get warm.
Eli says, I was today years old when I learned that getting sauced isn't necessarily a culinary term.
You're right about that.
And then John says, Tom, I have a meal suggestion, barbecue style meatloaf.
Okay. This old guy will write it down. Now, if I really if I really wanted to do that particular one properly, I would just have to pull it out of the smoker and bring in. But yeah, I guess I'll wait on that. That looks good. Starting to reduce a little bit. Gonna add part of the cheese. Go ahead and add that. Butter and chili peppers, or red peppers. Looking good, it's reducing nicely. Crank that water all the way up. We'll be throwing pasta in there in just a minute.
James says his favorite dish is mutton and squash on the corner with nice cocoa to drink.
All right. Yeah, I'm not particularly fond of mutton. Never have been. My parents used to serve it up, especially, springtime.
Natalie says you are really close to 400 subs. You may have, you have any celebration videos in mind?
No, but I am thinking of one. If you guys have any ideas, hey, I'm open for suggestions. Something for 400 sub video celebration.
Eli says, what's the most unusual thing that you have ever smoked?
The most unusual thing I've ever smoked. Really nothing unusual. Just I've only smoked the normal stuff. Fish, turkey, chicken, ham, sausage, pork, beef. Pretty much just your regular fare. All right, turn that down, off. That can reduce its last little bit. Time to get this pasta in the water. Oh yeah, that pasta's gonna cook pretty quickly. Give it a swizzle. Try not to let it stick together, huh?
That would be nice.
Yeah, it'd be real nice. All right. Looking good. All right. Super. I am stoked, Mrs. Old Guy.
Yeah, me too. Never tried it spicy like this.
Say what?
Never tried it spicy like this.
Yeah, I don't think I have either. That's one of the things I really like about doing this live stream. We get suggestions for food that we've never had before.
Yeah.
And, the dull routine, kind of gets broke up on these Saturday nights by, folks like you that like to hang out with Old Guy. Oh, yes. Ed, are you still here? Is he still here?
I don't know. He hasn't said anything for a while. Eli says I have yet to try a better barbecue sauce than the one you make.
Thank you, Eli. I really appreciate that. Oh yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Pasta's it's just about done.
Yeah, Ed's here.
Okay, Now I got to remember what I was going to ask you. Dang it. Well,
Guess you should have just asked.
oh boy. There's a big F failure light going on right here. Bing, bing. I don't remember what it was that I was going to ask you. And I know it's not going to come to me because I'm trying to think of what it was. It never happens. All right, pasta. Looking really good. Let's give this a try.
Eli says, will there be a Thanksgiving special episode?
Probably. Which will be like next weekend, right?
Something like that. It says it'll come to you just before you go to sleep.
Yeah. I'll wake up and I'll get on the phone and I'll call you.
And he don't go to bed till late, Eddie, so.
Yeah, because I'm on puppy watch. They wake up early in the morning and they want mommy, they want food. So I take care of them in the wee hours of the morning so that Mrs. Old Guy can actually get some sleep, and then I'll sleep in the morning and she'll get up at like 5 o'clock, 5:30. That's about her normal time anyway. So hopefully in between those times. Come on, pasta. I'm so hungry right now. Low.
You need to go outside, Polly.
Turn that burner on just long enough to make it warm. And I'll reheat these carrots. Okay. Sauce is good. Let's put that chicken back in. Oh.
Was you going to tell Ed you talked to his dad?
No,
No.
but I did. I talked to your dad yesterday or
Yep.
this morning?
Yesterday, I think.
Yesterday.
I was just trying to figure out what you were going to ask.
But that wasn't what I was going to say. It is a good thought, but
Scott says, yeah, all done delivering the mail. Just need to go to the office, then head home. I'm having a side salad and a steak sandwich for dinner.
Ah, nice. That's for dinner for us next week. Steak sandwiches.
Yep.
And that's a great request idea. Well, they're all good, really.
Yep.
So, haven't had a bad request yet.
We had one we didn't care for, but
Oh, yeah, the miso chicken.
yes.
Yeah, the miso chicken wasn't to our liking. Miso chicken. For those of you that may get the reference.
Ed says he'll be seeing his dad tomorrow.
Awesome. That's good. That's good. Have you talked to your brother lately? Yo.
What's that pasta got in it?
Yeah. It'll put your boo-boo in the dirt.
The Dad Cave, late here. Happy Saturday, everyone.
Hey, Jared. Hope you are well. Happy Saturday. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. This chicken Alfredo is all but done here. Oh, it looks so good.
Eddie said about a week ago we talked to his brother.
Okay. Well, I hope everything is going good. Y'all keep telling me you're gonna come up, and then you don't come up. Something's got to give. Boss is almost done. I'm going to give it another 30 seconds to a minute. So hungry right now. Come on, food. As I anxiously wait for this next minute to go by. I am going to need, before I forget.
Dad Cave says, wow, you got 17 watching, Tom. That's awesome.
Wow, that is awesome.
And Eddie says that's still on his list.
All right, a little bit of pasta water in there. That'll help thicken it up a little bit. Mrs. Old Guy, I'm ready to run with this.
Yay.
Yeah. I'm ready to run. I don't normally cook in this little basket, so. All right, shake off that water.
Eli says, I want to order some surströmming. I need to check that off the bucket list.
Yeah, boy, I don't know about the surströmming.
Stanley says, okay, I done thunk long and hard, and I'm thunking sausage cabbage rolls.
Well, that sounds delicious.
And Dad Cave says, we need smell-o-vision. It smells great.
Oh, it does. All right. Toss that back in. Pull that off. Let's get some of these carrots down here. Make sure you still got some of that butter and honey on there. Oh, look at that. That looks great. Okay, turn that off. All the burners are off. I hate it when I forget to turn off a burner.
James says he just currently moved to Ohio with his family, and it's so cold there compared to Florida where he used to be.
Oh, yeah, I can imagine. It's a bit of a shock. I do.
Eli says, have you ever made dolsum? Dolmasm?
No, I don't think I've ever heard of it.
Dolmas.
Dolmas? I don't think I've ever heard of it. What is it? Maybe I've heard it called that, or maybe I've heard it called something else. I don't know.
Crazy Dad says, looks really good, Tom.
Thanks, sir.
Natalie said, smell-o-vision would be great.
Just a little dab of parsley on the top of that. Yeah, come on. Here we go. All right. Mrs. Old Guy.
Nate says, yeah, it looks good.
I'll give you guys a little closer look. Whoa, I'm almost falling over. Can you see that okay?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome. My favorite part. My
Hubert
favorite
said,
part.
nice, I'm getting ready to eat 2 roasted chicken from Walmart in a burrito with salsa, cheese, and sour cream.
Hey,
Bon appetit, all.
ain't nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. You want to get somebody one time. Here's something to maybe well, maybe get you into a fight or maybe get you a laugh. But next time you go to somebody's house for dinner or for food, and you eat something like, let's say, potato salad, and you take a bite of that potato salad and go, this potato salad tastes just like my mom used to make, and they're gonna be happy for that second until you say, my mom didn't know how to cook.
Eli said dolmas are grape leaf stuffed rolls.
Huh.
He thinks it's Greek. Yum. This is good.
The carrots are good. They're cooked through, but they still have a little bit of crunch to them. Real nice. Main event. The main event. Let's see how this tastes. Definitely hot.
Mm-hmm. It's good.
Wow.
Spicy, but not too spicy.
That's really, really nice. Like Miss Old Guy said, I'm getting the heat, I'm getting the spice, but it's not so overpowering that it's changing the flavor of the sauce, the chicken, or the pasta. It just is adding a nice little flavor and a nice little bit of heat.
John says main event pasta.
That's super good. Been a while since I've made Alfredo. Of course, I used to make it all the time when I had my restaurant. But
Eli says, I love when the veg still has some texture. I hate it when vegetables are cooked too much.
for me, it's kind of a fine line. Like sometimes I'll get some Asian foods, and the veg are still pretty raw for my taste. But I'm kind of with you there too. I don't like them mush. Like I've seen people cook broccoli to where it's just like you can mash it with a fork. You know?
And he says he can't wait to try it.
Nate, this was a really, really good idea. Not only has it been quite some time since I've made Alfredo, but it's cold. So this is perfect winter or cold weather comfort food. This is just perfect. The house is nice and toasty.
Yeah. Eli says mushy broccoli is the worst.
It is. Oh, one more. Mm-hmm. Amazing. Absolutely. You know, if you all were here, I'd love to cook for you. I think that would be a lot of fun. It'd be crowded. that there is really flavorful, very smooth Alfredo sauce. It is just perfect. It's not too thick, so that it's turning into like clump, and yet it's thin enough. It's just thin enough to where you get that nice gloss.
Nate says, no problem, Tom. Always a pleasure to make our request.
Well, keep them coming, Nate.
Eli says we need an OG Army convention, LOL.
OG Army, huh? Well, I don't know if I want anything to do with an army, but it sure would be nice just to have some friends that want to celebrate.
Natalie seconds that. For everybody, for your OG Army to get together and
Come on. Come up here. Come on. Look who it is, folks. Do I get a kiss? Give me a kiss. Show me. Oh, come on. Now give me a kiss. Kiss.
he wants your dinner.
Kiss. Kiss. Give me a kiss. Come on. There he goes. That's a kiss. Chumley the Wonder Dog. It's a wonder that he qualifies as a dog. You big oaf. Okay? Yeah, I'm gonna get down now. Thank you. Saturday nights, he knows that there's something yummy being cooked up.
Eli says, Inspector Chum.
Do you want that little piece of chicken? Uh-oh.
Holly's like, where's mine? What'd he get?
Clean off a little piece of chicken for her, please, Mrs. O'Gay. Yep. She could hear us eating all night, but as soon as she hears him smacking his lips, she's all over it. What did he get?
That's all you get.
Well, I'm just about done here, and we're gonna break into that cobbler. Oh, I'm glad you folks stick around for this.
Cheever says, that was a pecker. So come Lee, that was a peck.
he did good. Taught him to kiss just to give me a kiss. He doesn't lick my face. He gives me kisses when he wants to. In my office.
John's getting ready to leave. Love you all, Tom and Mrs. Old Guy and everyone here.
John?
I'm ready to head out to the cemetery. We're here in a bit.
Well, John, we love you too, man. Thanks for dropping in and hanging out with us Saturday night. Be careful out there. I know it's dark, so don't be taking any risks. Just watch out where you're going out there. All right, and Miss Old Guy, can you go grab the cobbler?
I can. Natalie says we are finally getting snow here in Illinois last night.
Wow.
That's what Amanda said, and Amanda posted pictures.
Yeah, our daughter lives in Illinois. All right. It's so good.
Peach cobbler.
Mm-hmm. Oh. Holy smokes. Man, Nate. That was such a good idea. Need a couple more carrots.
Eli, don't eat the yellow snow.
Unless you're getting it from the guy in the ice cream truck or snow cone cart.
It says you polished that off quick.
I did. I was hungry. We always are this time. By the time it gets to be dinner time on Saturdays. Okay. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Cobbler. This cobbler recipe was a little different. It's more like the streusel topping on an apple pie than it is a like a dough type, like a lot of cobblers. All right, Mrs. Old Guy, I'm gonna get a little heavy cream on that, and I'm gonna pass you dessert.
Okay.
Yummy. That was so good. We'll have absolutely no trouble eating leftover tomorrow.
Mm-mm.
Geez, I put so much. I covered it up. I'll have to. I'll have to kind of go a little less so I can show the folk. Okay. There's that peach cobbler dessert with a little fresh cream on the top. Does.
Come on.
All right. It's good. I'm going to want a little more cream though.
Pete?
Okay. That is absolutely amazing.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I can think of that would make this any better at all would have been to add just a little bit of spiced rum in with the peaches while I was cooking up that syrup, but this is really, really good.
Hebert says nice, 100%.
What's that?
Hebert said nice with a thumbs up.
Absolutely thumbs up. This is delicious. And then this is going to disappear just as quick as that fettuccine Alfredo.
Eli says I once had cereal with heavy cream LOL.
Mm-hmm.
Scott says glad you like it. Looks great. I'm off work finally. Time to eat.
Ah, yes. Scott, enjoy your dinner, bud. Absolutely. You know what, Chumley? This is really good cobbler, buddy. we'll have to make our dogs some more ice cream treats. Well, doggy treat.
Yeah.
We buy, I don't know, one of the big containers of organic plain yogurt and mix in, again, just plain peanut butter. It doesn't even have salt. It has nothing. It's just ground peanuts, or, you know, just peanut butter. No salt, no sugar, no nothing in it. And we mix it together. And I'll squeeze it out on, you know, little blobs onto a cookie sheet. Let them freeze. They love them.
Cobbler's really good.
Cobbler's really good. Well, folks, we're going to take a look at the calendar and see exactly how many more Saturdays I've got. Can you look and see how many more Saturdays there are before Thanksgiving?
One.
Next weekend.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess next weekend we won't be doing the. Well, yes, we will. Yes, we will. I'll just, you know, somehow make a Thanksgiving twist to it somehow. And we're still going to have steak sandwiches. I'm not going to give up my steak sandwich. Maybe I'll make a Thanksgiving dessert or a Thanksgiving side dish to go with those steak sandwiches. How about that? Would that be all right, you guys? Would that be a good enough Thanksgiving special?
Eli says, can't wait to make your family's stuffing / dressing.
Thank you, Eli. Sometimes I'll just make the stuffing and just make it to eat. You know, mix it up, and I'll warm it in the microwave or in a pan and just eat that. Don't even bother putting it in a bird. What?
They want treats.
I don't have any.
I know. They have to wait till we're done.
They have to wait. I wonder if he'd eat a carrot with a little bit of honey, raw organic honey. You want to try that?
Holly's like, well, what?
He did just exactly as I thought he would. He licked the the honey off of it,
She likes it.
and then
That was good, huh, Paul?
crazy dogs. Okay, well, I guess that's going to be it for this week. I had a lot of fun. It's great seeing new people coming in and hanging out with me on Saturday night, and I really appreciate it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This is the highlight of our week. Doing this on Saturday night. We planned for it all week. We talk about it all week. It's just something that we really look forward to, and I really appreciate it very much. If it wasn't for people like yourselves coming and hanging out and watching this crazy old man, this really wouldn't be worth it, would it? So thank you again very much. And as always, I'm going to ask you to please give back in your community somehow. Donate an hour of time somewhere, help out a neighbor. Just do something to give back in your community. Okay? Y'all take care. I'll see you next Saturday. Bye-bye.